So let's get this programming figured out for this basic programming lab. I got my robot ready to go. It's all plugged in. It seems on my desk for a couple days. Take a look at it real quickly here. I just have it set up to be a 1 motor, 1 battery pack, 1 Cortex. The motors we have are either 2-pin motors or 3-pin motors. Here I have 2 pins. It's a 2-pin motor. Our ports, we have ports 1 through port number 10. Port 1 and port 10 are for 2-pin motors. Ports 2 through 9 for 3-pin motors. So look, 3 pins and a 3-pin port. 2 pins and a 2-pin port. A small little tab or notch on the side, usually on the red wire side. That's specific to the tab or the slot on my motor. So I'm going to plug it into port 1 very gently. These pins do bend and do break very easily, so be careful of those. All right, it's ready to go. Now I'll turn this back around so you can see the gears. All right, let's program this thing. I have my program up and running in the background. I already did the file open sample, and I searched the project lead the way folder, which is going to be, this is your screen by default. Yours will come to this screen. And I found open sample. I picked up this folder, and I picked that file right there, that one. I filled in my first few lines of code. I gave it a title, team members, the date, and section is coder 1. The description is just a program will start a motor, run for 5 seconds, then shut the motor off. Pseudocode is like a fake code or a false code or a practice code. Mine here is going to start a motor, because here a program will start a motor. Oops. There it is, start motor. Then it'll run for 5 seconds. Is my wait. And then shut the motor off is stop. Okay, this part's ready to go. Over here, the program's going to skip or not read from the \star \. These little symbols here tell the program to skip things in between. Task main is like a very percent in the programming language. This is going to read the first code line, saying, hey, here's your first program line. Here it comes. This little bracket is the beginning of the program. This one here is the end of the program. I'm going to code in between this here. All right. To get our stuff ready to go, I have to go to Robot. Make sure communication mode says USB only. And go to Robot and pick platform type, the one called Natural Language Project Lead the Way. I got those. Okay, next. Over here in the Natural Language tab, I have to expand that. I'm looking under the movement. I have a set servo, start motor, and stop motor. So I'm going to click and hold, drag, and park this one below my little brace there. Start motor. I got to find the wait. I want wait in time, not wait milliseconds, wait time. Park it here. Then go stop motor. Park it there. Okay. If you want, you can just take some of these spaces out, but not needed. Make it a little bit more of a condensed program. Up to you. As long as this is before my first line of code, this is after first line of code. So left brace, right brace. Okay. The code lines, these little semicolons here, they're kind of like to tell the program it's the end of a sentence to return and come back to the next line of code. Return, next line of code. Parentheses are important. Those you want to keep, those came with the code line, so those don't delete. Likewise, this comma, same thing, separates data in the parentheses. All right, start motor. My motor is not called motor port. My motor is called, I don't know. I don't have it set up yet. I have to go up here to motors center setup. So I'm in port 1 with a 2-wire motor. My motor is in port 1, so I'm going to go motor called Steve. And my motor is, all motors we have are the VEX 393 motors. I'm going to apply that and OK it. And there it is. Okay, my motor is not called Motorport. My motor is called Steve. And then the speed of the motor is how fast it's going to spin at. The speed ranges from 0 to 127. That's the highest it can go, 127. I'm going to pick like 88. If you pick a speed too slow, the battery won't power the motor. It won't spin. It might make a weird noise, but it won't turn. So at least go over 40 for speed. I'm going to go 88. Wait time. I want to wait for 5 seconds because up here in my pseudocode and my description it says 5 seconds. And then stop motor. I'm going to call this one here again Steve. Whoops. Don't get that highlighted too much. There it is. Steve. Alright. Now, in the Google world, it spell checks for you automatically and saves automatically, but not in Robot C world. So up at my top of my screen here, this button called Compile Program. This is like my spell checker. I'm going to click this to check for any errors or any program violations. Click. Okay, down here I had nothing reported as being an error. The program is good to go. Alright, now the difficult part. You got to get the program from this computer to the robot. This might take about 7 or 8 or 15 tries. You gotta find one of these orange USB cables that are kind of hanging out on the cart. One end goes to the robot, one end goes to the computer. So I'm going to plug the cord into my computer. Other end is going to go to the robot. It plugs in this small top port. It should plug in with a little bit. There it goes. Okay. Now what's happening now is the lights in the robot are blinking green, which tell me that I have power to the Cortex from my computer. Alright, next. Top of my screen, I'm going to push the one here called Download to Robot. This may work on the first try, second try, or the 30th try. These are some moody chords. See what happens. I'll click it once. Okay, no communication link available to VEX Cortex. It says that my cord isn't hooked up to the robot properly. So I'm going to say okay to it. I'm going to unplug it from my computer, plug it back in again. From my robot, unplug it, replug it, and I'm going to power my robot on. Okay. Now I'm going to try it again. Download the robot. Wait for it. Ooh, what's it say here? I'm going to say do not show again and say okay. Hey, it worked. Nice. Okay. It's now ready to go. My program is running, but hasn't started yet. I push the start button. You should read my codes, run the program, see what happens. I'll push start. Motors run, motor waits, motor stops. Try it again. Push start. Runs, it waits, it stops. Nice. Okay, I'm going to stop my program. I'm going to stop it once. I'm going to change my speed to a lot slower. How about 28? Re-download the robot. And I'm going to push start. See what happens. See much slower speed there? Again, over here in my screen, watch this little green line up here. That green line is always one line ahead of where the program is. That's showing what's going to be read next. So watch, I'll push start and kind of glance over here. It appears to skip these first two code lines, but it's not. This one's read so fast, then it skips, it reads that one. It's kind of hovering here, saying, okay, this is the next code line to be read. Here it goes. There's program lab number 1. Alright, good luck with that one.